Yes, sir. How
especially
are
if
you
you're
doing?
working on shift. That'd be cool.
And doing well, doing well.
Hey
It's a
Ken, how
pleasure to
you
meet you.
doing? Right on, man. Likewise, man. Likewise. Hey, you have some
Say,
of our
say that one
watches,
more
right? If
time.
I remember right.
Actually do.
You have a
Wearing
couple of
mine
our
right
watches,
now.
right? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Man, I knew I recognized your name from somewhere. So,
Yeah,
are you
we're
you're
currently
actually
on
out
shift
working
right now.
tonight?
Thankfully, and knock on wood, it's actually kind of taboo for me to say this, but it's actually been kind of a slower day. So, mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so what? You're I know we were chatting on Messenger a
Yes,
little
sir.
bit, and
I'm
so
a
you're
paramedic
so
out
you're a
in
paramedic, right?
Dallas, Texas.
So how I can only imagine. Like, I mean, it's interesting too. That's why I'm glad I always like to like not necessarily interview people, but like, man, especially like with what's going on right now and everything. I mean, life of a
It's
paramedic.
been
Like,
it's been
how's
pretty
that?
interesting. Depending on the dichotomy of what kind of medic you are, I actually work 911 in my current job right now is a critical care transfer service. So we'll take some of the patients from, say, a COVID ICU and bring them to another one. So we're on our side dealing with more of the actual sicker folks as opposed to just coming to somebody's house. But uh, to answer your question, it's been an adjustment to say the least. I mean, just having to change our approach out, and I think I'm not sure if I mentioned, but I'm out here in Dallas, Texas. Um, compared to
Okay, yeah, yeah. So that's a
yeah,
big city.
compared to
Yeah, that's a
LA, I
real
believe,
big
right?
city.
That's where you guys are. Is it
So we have two spots actually. So California, and then
okay?
also in Florida, and that's where I reside. So I mean, a lot of the pictures and things like that you see for a lot of our website and all the photography.
Yes,
Most of
sir.
that I
Yes, sir.
should say is
Well,
done out
I
here in
know
Florida.
Florida has
So
had some of the most severe number of cases, and even out there where you guys are, there's been adjustments to just
yeah,
how we do things. It's not the same where you're knocking on somebody's door. Now you have to wonder if this person's, sniffles and, cold-like symptoms might actually be something way more severe. So it's been an adjustment.
I can imagine, especially. I mean, you guys. Obviously, it's a first responder type of job. So anytime you get a call is always stressful. But now I can just imagine, every single call that you have, everything is just that little bit extra stress because now it's you don't know. I mean, could this be, could this person have COVID, or could this be something worse, or is this, not a big deal? So I mean, I can only imagine before. I mean, you go out. I mean, obviously right now, you're hanging out and just chilling. I mean, you don't
Mm,
have gloves or anything on, obviously, but I imagine you probably got to
yeah, we
suit up
we
pretty well
do.
before you deal with people. I
Depending on
figure,
the
right?
level of if we're taking them from a hospital, then obviously if they've been confirmed positive, it's full beekeeper suit, everything head to toe, goggles, N95 respirators. Patient gets a mask. Whether or not they're intubated will determine whether or not we'll have, like you said, those extra steps on keeping them as contained as possible. Certain filters you have to put on the intubation equipment now so that none of the air particles get out once the patient breathes out. So it is a lot stressful, or a lot more stress than what we're normally used to in these circumstances. But it's really no other option, no better way to handle it at the moment. Yes, sir.
No, it makes sense. And I saw that too. I mean, a
Mm.
lot of places are starting to reopen now too. I saw like Texas is one of those. I think it's this
Or
weekend.
into
The restaurants, some like smaller entertainment, things like that, retail
mhm.
shops, that sort of stuff is opening back up. I mean, you're like outbreak wise. I mean, if you guys, I know here in Florida, it's like 35,000 some odd cases. I mean, it's still, I mean, it's a very low fatality rate, but I mean, out there, I know Dallas and Houston have the major concentrations
You
in
know what's
Texas. I
funny
mean,
about it?
have you seen a
Excuse
lot?
me. What's funny about it is that prior to them starting to give us more and more leniency out here, the numbers weren't climbing at least from what I was examining, um, super super fast, as far as just confirmed positives, and of course, like you said, the lower fatality rate. Um, However, once they started giving more leniency with freedoms, you can go out, you can do this, but just minimize. then we did see a large number of jumps in those cases. And I think the last 2 weeks were some of our highest our highest numbers as far as those confirmed positives. So as far as whether it's a good idea to just, sort of give us those liberties back, who can really say? I think the obvious is that, as more people go
Yeah,
out, the
yeah.
potential to get infected is obviously going to be high as well. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I mean, it's a crazy thing to think about, you know. I mean, how all this stuff literally has happened in the past, 6 weeks. Where, I mean, then
Mhm.
again, the way 2020's kind of gone so far, you really can't. It's 2020 the way it really
Exactly.
has been so far. You really can't be like, well,
Exactly.
I can't really say that that was a shocker. I can't really say that that was a surprise. But to have so many people, at home and everything else. Actually, I used to live in Texas, and so, I mean, I can just imagine from your standpoint, like
Yep.
driving, because I know Dallas traffic,
hmm
man, is something else. It's something else. So probably enjoying it right now. I
If
mean, I
if
can
if if
imagine it's
there's
not
ever
necessarily
anything
packed.
to
So
be positive to come out of this, is probably less foot traffic on the road, quicker out of the grocery store.
that one I can
Yeah,
imagine.
absolutely.
Yeah, that one I can imagine
hmm
because I used to live down in College Station, and I actually had a business there. And I mean, that wasn't too bad. But Houston, I mean, as soon as you get within a half an hour of Houston, you're planning on sitting in the car
Yeah,
for
mandatory. Yep.
35, 45 minutes.
Cool.
So, oh yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, so obviously that's your work. What other, I mean, what other kind
I
of stuff you
am.
into? Are you a car guy, motorcycles?
I'm
What's
into
up? What you
personal
do in your
fitness a
free
lot.
time?
Right now I'm just doing a lot of stuff for school, but I try to get out as much as I can. When I lived in Washington State, I was into a lot of outdoor sports, rock climbing. We did a lot of canoeing, snowshoeing, those types of things. Not really too much of that to be done out here in Dallas, where there's practically zero elevation. But yeah, you have a hill here and
You
there.
got some
Might
hills.
might just be a
you
landfill
got
to be honest
you
with
got
you.
you got a little
But
bit of hills, and that's
um,
about it.
no, I try to stay as active as possible.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that's been uh, I guess positive about this as well. You can't take away somebody's ability to still be able to go for a run or a hike or maybe even do some at home personal type exercises. So that's helped keep me sane. And avid reader. I am a car guy. I haven't really dabbled too much in my passion since I've been out here, but I did at one point own a '76 Monte Carlo that got trashed when I moved from LA. So yeah, hoping to be able to get back into that as well. So who knows?
Oh yeah. Car scene in Texas, man, is huge. I mean, well, I still like I live in Florida, so it's still obviously it's a big thing. But yeah, I mean, just even car scene in Dallas is it's a mix of everything, and it's kind of
Mhm.
similar to Florida. I mean, both real southern states. You got a lot of huge trucks, and then you got slam trucks. You got classic old school. I mean, it's a mix of everything. And I don't know. I mean, Dallas in itself, there's exotics, there's high ends, and then there's, major just garage built
Yeah, definitely.
monsters and
The
all
car
kinds
shows
of
out
other
here are
things.
pretty
So,
awesome. Pretty reminiscent of back when I used to live in LA too. It's a pretty big scene here. I wasn't even into off wheel or excuse me, off road or trucks until I moved down to Texas, and now that's all I want to move really. So definitely big,
it's just big trucks, man. Big trucks, always the fun stuff. Well, actually, too, now that I even think about it,
hmm
I'm glad that you had your watch on. So, as far as like wearing your watch during your shift, how's everything pan out with that? Because I mean, I ideally, so like with that model you have, since that one has come out, we do make some smaller ones, about 10%. That's a 50 millimeter size
hmm
case. We have some like 43s and 44s. Um, Obviously, I know with being paramedic, you need something. You got to be able to have, seconds, digital time, so you can
absolutely.
check heart rate and other things like that. But it wasn't necessarily something I had in
I,
mind. But like, how's that working for you?
honestly,
As
not a
far as
problem.
being on the
I
job.
I prefer a bigger faced watch with a little bit more weight to it, with sort of like what I have. I think we might actually be wearing the same piece. Um, Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the stealth with the
Stuff with the
dumbbell, man.
dumbbells, my favorite as
Personally,
well.
that's my favorite.
No, it hasn't been a problem at all. Like you said, all the features are what you would desire on a job. I mean, you could easily just go digital, like maybe a G-Shock and whatnot. Me personally, I like seconds. I like analog. It's always been more appealing to me. As far as with any of the changes though, it's not gotten in the way. I mean, if you want, you can take it off. It's easily accessible. I like a weighted watch, like I said. So, the stealth works for me. It's black. My uniform's all black. My ambulance is all black. So
Mhm.
that's what attracted me to it. No, it's personally it just works. Especially when you're intubating a patient. Everything's done with your left hand as far as accessing their airway. So I'm a right-handed guy. It's not gotten in the way of my ability to intubate my patients. My PPE and everything doesn't get in the way of it at all. So it's a perfect watch for me now. Hmm.
Yeah, hey, that's exactly what I love to hear. Do you ever use any of the features? I mean, as
I
far
do.
as like the stopwatch or anything like that, or
Nope.
is that kind of one of those things that's just kind of there? Because I know in some cases, like to actually get the stopwatch going, because you got to hit the mode twice, and
That's
then
that's
that'll
what I
pull it up. So then if you want to
that's what I
activate it,
personally
but
like about it.
and like,
Everything that you're able to do with it is just a touch of a button, as opposed to like some of the more complicated G Shocks that I've had. And this is by no means me trashing G Shock. I love G Shock, but just personally, it's easier. I'm a training supervisor, so when am working at one of the schools, we try to get our intubation times down to less than 10 seconds for a successful airway. So I will actually time myself um, when I'm actually working on a dummy or an actual patient. It's just quality improvement for patient records and whatnot, because you want to make sure that they're not under there, not breathing for an extended period of time. So being able to just hit the button twice, you know, get your stopwatch there, finish your procedure, hit your button again. Simple, easy. I like simple and smooth is the best way, in my opinion.
no, well, and then also too, I mean, in your case, I mean, ideally, what you want, you show up on the scene. I mean, literally every second matters. So no, that's huge. I mean, I'm glad to hear that, because a lot of times I don't, we'll get comments and things like that on social media, but it's different when you can actually, chat with someone that like, hey, dude, I wear it in the field. It works great. I can time it, because I know in certain instances, it is a bigger watch. So in some cases, like, hey, but to know it, like, hey, it doesn't get in the way. You can literally get somebody intubated, which, I mean, I'm not a medical guy. I
Exactly.
can kind of think about what that sort of means. I'm imagining you're probably getting them opened up. You got to probably get a tube down so they can breathe, to respirate. So I'm imagining about that's probably what that means. But and especially here, hey, it doesn't get in the way, and it's actually serving the purpose.
Oh,
Hey,
absolutely.
that's
Oh, most
fantastic. I'll
definitely.
cheers to that one.
Well, you look like you're staying healthy, man.
Well, thank you.
I said it looks like you're staying pretty healthy out there.
What's that? There's only so much of like for me, I've gotten to more martial arts recently,
Mm.
so obviously that's kind of been shut down. You can't
Oh,
really
yeah,
social
true.
distance with martial arts. So, so that doesn't really help much. But I was always kind of like a gym guy. It's hard to get a solid at-home workout. You can bench 400 pounds for reps. There's only so much you can
Exactly.
do with 35-pound dumbbells at home.
Oh,
I actually broke my bench at home, and yeah, needless to say, I tried to get a
no,
little too
gotcha,
creative
gotcha.
and ended up on the floor. But yeah, could be worse. I could have ended up on the floor and had to call the paramedics to come
Absolutely.
pick me up. So it definitely, definitely could have been worse. But that's the hard part. It's trying to keep things as
Mm.
active as possible while being at home. I mean, there's only so much you can
Mm.
do, and I'm not a runner type of guy. I mean, I'm 240 pounds, so me just running's not
I imagine.
it's not fun. It definitely is not fun. Well, let's see how many people we got in here.
Yeah.
I like to always like do on some of our Friday lives, do some giveaway actions here. Yeah, let's see. We've had some decent people pop in. Let's see. Um, How about we can come up with some kind of phrase, and what we'll do is, however many people comment, we'll do a random number generator, give each one a number, and that'll be a winner. So let's see, what's a short phrase in the medical field that could be something that most people would know how to spell or be interesting, or it's an emoji.
There's
How about
there's
like
an ambulance
I
emoji
think
for
there's an
sure.
ambulance
Yep.
emoji, isn't there? All right. So I think that's what we can do. So obviously this is my personal favorite watch. You actually have the same one as well, so I think that's probably fitting for a giveaway. So what do we got right now out here on the East Coast? Let me see. So we got it's 9:33 right now. So I'd probably say we'll leave it open about 3 minutes till 9:36. But for basically, we're gonna assign a number to. I see Jerry already jumped up in there. Every ambulance that gets assigned for the next 3 minutes, just gonna assign them a number. I'm gonna pop it in random generator on Google for a random number generator, and whoever it ends up being, we'll get your info. We'll send you a watch. So if you're in here, post up the ambulance emoji, and let's see, you got about 2.5 more minutes. So if you're in here in the chat, post up an ambulance emoji, and that enters you in the giveaway. So you guys can go on ahead. Let's see, we got Jerry's got one in. Gold Star Brother, you got one in. Yeah, hey, 2 people so far. throw 2 in. Hey, enter them as many times as you can. What I'm going to do is when it hits 9:36, I'm just going to assign each one a number. I'm going to type that right into the random number generator on Google. Wherever you end up, that's where you'll be. So we got about 2 minutes here. All right.
And just a quick question, out of curiosity, because I know I ordered my watch
Yeah.
during the time frame of this all going down, and I was actually surprised at the fact that it arrived quickly. So this is not like disturbed distribution or with for you folks in your company at all, has it?
No, it actually it really has. A lot of our stuff, I mean, we try and buy from like individual vendors and things like that too. And as people have harder time sourcing materials and things like that, also, it really kind of throws a wrench in the supply chain. I mean, we even have some new watches. I really actually wanted to have them out and sold by now, but the problem with it is I haven't even been able to finalize and get my packaging done. So I can't actually sell a product and then just put it in a bag and go, oh, here you go. That's not how the way that I always view things. If you're going to do it right or don't do it at all. And so, it takes a little bit. And so it's not that it has affected us to a dramatic level to where it's like, oh, what are we going to do? I mean, we're not an essential business. So getting in and out of facility is a headache. I mean, a lot of the watches right now, I'm actually shipping from my house. So, so it definitely makes things more difficult. Sourcing a lot of stuff has been a little bit harder. I mean, it's people, especially a lot of our straps, that's made things harder. Gold Star, when I go to your website, I see 4 watches, more are coming. Yeah. There's at least 2 more that are coming within the next 2 months, hopefully. It literally right now we're just finalizing packaging, and as soon as I can get some packaging, there's going to be at least 1 more pop-up, hopefully before May's over, and hopefully another one into June. So yeah, there's 4 right now, and there should be at least 2 more shortly. So let's see. All right, we got 9:37. All right, how many entries did we have here? So we got, let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, hey, 6 entries. I'll take it. Somebody's gonna win a free watch today. So let's see. We got random number generator. Best feelings unboxing a new watch. Yeah, actually, I put a sticker on every package too. It says, I changed up the wording because before it didn't make as much sense. But yeah, you know, we always like to see unboxing videos as well. And you know, getting a new watch if people want to unbox them, you know, that honestly is one of the best feelings. And even like for me, it's a good feeling being like, man, you know, I put all this together, and you know, it's somebody else, you
It's
know,
pretty
feels
cool
the
that
same
it's
way
done
and
by
loves it.
hand.
So
Yeah.
let's see. All right. Random number generator. We had 6 entries, minimum 1, max 6. All right. Let's hit them up. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. And that is what we came back with. As far as, let me switch my camera around. I don't think anybody wants to see my face that up close. That is our winner right there. Number 3, which that would be Jared 1, Gold Star 2. Mr. Gold Star brother, send me a DM with your address and your email information, and we're going to get you taken care of and get a watch going your way, my friend. It's going to be this is the Stealth with silicone dumbbell band. We're going to get one of these guys in the mail for you. So make sure you just send us a DM with your address and your info, and let me see. That's what we need right there. And yeah, we'll get that going for you. Should be next week. Oh, your family's all militaries, but hey, absolutely, man. That's where it's at. Yeah, that's where it's at. We always like to support our veterans too. Perfect. All right, Ken, my friend, dude. I honestly, I appreciate you jumping on with me, just even chatting, you know, shooting around a little bit. Usually, I like to ask somebody to come
It'd be
on and
nice.
have a drink too and chill. But I don't think you can drink on. I don't
Yeah,
think you can drink on the
probably
job
not a
there.
good
That's probably
idea
not
around this
recommended.
time. Who
So
knows? Yeah, it was a pleasure. I've liked your.
pro-
I've been following you
probably not a
guys
good
in your
idea.
page for a while, and I do plan on getting some more watches for a couple of my graduating high school and college buddies who couldn't walk, you know, for obvious reasons. So definitely be hearing from me pretty soon.
Oh man, yeah. All this crazy. It's like it's all the events that get missed. I mean, like graduations. I mean, it's all the things you don't even think about. That it's like, you know, you know, who would ever thought that you'd miss a graduation because you have to be locked down at your house? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly. Well, yeah, I'm about to head out, but man, I wish you nothing but the best, you and your
Mike,
business
all
and
right, my
whatnot,
friend.
and thank you for having me on
Much
for sure.
appreciated.
Absolutely.
Much appreciated. Thanks for jumping on, Ken.